Let's go. Bada bing, bada boom. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Yeah, yeah. Um, all right, all right. Shit. All right. Because I don't still that. All right. Shit. Man, it's dark as fuck. All right. All right. Let's get this music on. Hey, what's good, people? Whether it's at everybody at work or in between class, while you working out or sitting on your ass, I want to welcome you to the CharlieGtv Podcast, y'all. It is March 9th, and the weather was nice, but apparently a snowstorm is on the way. You know what I mean? I want to welcome everybody on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe. We're dropping this every week. You know what I mean? We got a lot to talk about here. I'm going to give my sort of review of Way the Water movie I seen. We'll talk about the Chris Rock special, Lil Uzi Vert being evil and shit like that. Some British news headlines, and we got some more shit at the end. And of course, we're gonna shout out Biggie because it's March 9th. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, without further ado, it's time to introduce the cool guy we have here with us this week. All right, you guys know him, you guys love him. Some of you hate him, but you got to deal with him. All right, he's here every week, and it is Mr. Rainy Day. Say what's up to the people.
How we doing, everybody? How we doing? Another week in the books. I'm jumbling my words. I'm fucking hopped up on a bunch of coffee right now because I was gonna fall asleep. Carl just fell asleep. He just woke up. So we're both freaking banging on energy drinks trying to freaking get this shit going. But yeah,
Absolutely.
what's going on? I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
focused.
we're here. We're here for another week. You know what I mean? We made it through, thank goodness. Now, you already know how we start off every podcast. We do with the watch this week. Now, what do you have for watch this week here, Mr. Rainy Days?
Man, my watch this week is rainy days. Everything fucking goddamn. My whole week has been rainy days. I got my first hoodie like last week or a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. And I went on a trip to Georgia. I wore my hoodie and from the airport in New York to the airport or well, to my destination in Georgia, I gained 6 followers and oh no, I actually I gained about 10 followers, and then the whole trip from New York to Georgia until I got back to New York, which was about a week, I sold 6 hoodies, which is incredible.
Nice.
So thank you to everybody that I met on my travels, and thank you to anybody that bought a hoodie. There are even a couple people out there that I just sent a hoodie to, just so you can walk around and be a billboard for me.
Yep.
Um, yeah, and I just wanted to say how incredible it is to, promote your own brand and just literally be your brand, I
Yeah.
mean, it's so cool, like, just being able to turn around and point to my back and be like, "Yeah, that's my website, go check it out,"
Hell
and
yeah.
I don't have to say anything, there's no rocket science, it's very simple,
Yep.
and yeah, man, it's great. But besides that, the new season of You came out on Netflix. They finished the season 4, and The Last of Us is still going. That shit's got me hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Um, and not that it's a good watch this week because we're gonna talk about it later, but I did watch the Chris Rock special, which is
Thank you.
it
Thank you.
should be fucking shocking to you because I hate comedy.
Yeah.
And I, for some reason, just don't like Netflix specials, stand up, anything like
Mm.
that. Um, short bit on it. I'm gonna save the juice for when we talk about it later. But god damn, he was saying a lot of controversial shit,
He
and
was.
kind of felt like he was doing it on purpose. Didn't bother
Yeah.
me, but yeah, wow, he was really fishing to push some buttons. That's all I gotta say. Um, and yeah, go check out that new season of You on Netflix. Go check out the new episode of The Last of Us, and go check out rainydays.org. We're gonna talk about all that later.
Yeah.
The Chris Rock special as well. And go on to you, Carl. What did you see?
Yeah. The Chris Rock special. We're gonna talk about that real soon. It's coming up, or it's the first topic. But yeah. I want to give a slight honorable mention to the Wu Tang series that's on Hulu. I believe a new season of that is dropping right now. I had a coworker tell me about it. I've seen the first 2 seasons, and I'm a definite fan of the show. If you've always heard of the Wu Tang Clan, but you're a little too young to quite really appreciate it and really, really honestly give a fuck about it, right? If you
The
watch
woo is the way, the tang is the slang. You heard?
outside of the everyone just wearing a Wu Tang shirt because it looks cool for some reason in this hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Outside of that, like if you actually watch the series, you'll get an appreciation for like how each song was sort of the stuff that went into it. Like you'll
Yo,
actually learn about
the
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 Wu Tang.
Wu
You know what I
Tang
mean?
Clan, man. 36 Chambers, I feel like tells their story. That shit's fucking gritty. Like, you want to hear these motherfuckers talk about that
Yeah,
in the
but
dirt coming out the mud? Just fucking, you
nah,
really could
but it's
just,
too
if,
much of a mix. Young people today. I was talking about this with a coworker, and he was talking about how he feels like when every time he plays NWA around young people, they could fuck with it, they could catch the vibe. But every time he plays Wu Tang, they be like, I don't unless it's like one or two
I mean,
songs.
it's
Besides,
because Wu Tang was definitely way more like they were deep with their lyrics and shit.
uh
Like it
huh.
wasn't easy to just listen. It definitely didn't appeal to like just the average listener. You
It did
really
it that
had to
it
be
did
in
at
the
the
nitty
time when
gritty
it
of
came
shit.
out, and it's because that's more this Wu Tang is more hip hop, and NWA was really ushering in that gangster rap thing, which today's hip hop is just a later evolving of the gangster hip hop that NWA started, which is why I think it's easier for the young listener today to
Well,
oh
also,
yeah,
I
fuck
mean,
the
let's
police or
keep it let's keep
certain
it like straight up. Wu Tang was not radio music, like not at all. Like you know what
um
I'm saying?
um
Besides Cream and like a couple
it
other
was
really
all
popular
so
shit,
simple
Protect
then.
Your Neck,
You know
you
what I
know.
mean? But they had a couple hits, and Method
But
Man did
like
had a couple
there was
hits.
like whole albums that they put out that just couldn't be on the radio. You know what I mean? Like
True,
let's be real.
that's true, that's true. You know what I mean? But yeah, but it was a lot more hip hop, a lot more knowledge dropping, a lot more, as you had put earlier, intricate with the bar layout and stuff. That was, I'm sure they still had their gangster shit and shit in there too, but it was some knowledge was sprinkled into. It was hip hop. You know
They
what I
were
mean?
deep storytellers
Yeah,
that
they were deep story.
really brought out street slang in their
Yeah,
raps. And if you didn't understand that and you couldn't follow a story and kind of dedicate yourself to the track, then it wasn't for you. And it really, when you think about it, it really fit into like a specific group of people. It wasn't just for anybody that listens to hip hop.
yeah, and they would talk about how they got some of these ideas of honor and certain things of brotherhood from like these kung fu movies and stuff like that, and like certain things and these tenets or like the knowledge and the peace of God shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying that like the even though that came from the gut and it came from all of that and they did express that too in their music, you know what I mean, they talked about also choosing a more righteous path, you know what I mean, or choosing a way to rise above it, you know what I mean. They I felt like they painted a picture of it without saying like, and this is like what you should do, kind of. They just be like this. They did a good job of making it seem like I'm better than the circumstances I had to survive through, you know what I mean, like So I feel like it's more of an uplifting type thing, whereas today it's like they want to drag you back into the gutter. They're happy they went through the gutter. They want to live in the gutter every day. They just like like they're making it how they make it seem in hip hop today. Whereas them it's like, yo man, fuck the ghetto and all that shit I had to go through, man. I went through, I did this and that, but like, yo man, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Running in the living room wall, my first plaque, and it went gold. You know what I mean? That nigga Ray Cards in this shit. You know what I mean? He's trying to spit that hope. You know
That
what
was
I
another
mean?
thing. I feel like
You know what I mean?
Wu-Tang Clan is one of the only successful rap groups. Now I'm not talking about like Young Money and shit like that. Well, Young Money actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Young Money can really give them a run for their money because they actually did have several tracks where it
But
was
they
like
weren't. They
featuring five people, you know?
they
And
did
that
for
was
like a
kind of
half
what
a second,
yeah,
They
that's
were. I don't.
true.
I
Now
barely
the thing
consider them
about
a group.
Wu-Tang is that they would make whole albums where it's just like the whole clan on the fucking track. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They in the
yeah.
basement tossing the mic like
Exactly. Like it's just different. It's not the same. And also the Wu Tang was different in the way that was structured. And you'll learn about that in the show, where like there were a group of individuals, meaning that like how Method Man, for example, because he was in Wu Tang, he was like signed to like uh 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 fucking Def Jam Records. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
but Method Man, the individual artist, could also get a separate record deal. You know what I mean? Because it was like Wu Tang was signed as the group, but as an individual artist, they could also sign. That's how you got those.
right.
So Method Man was signed with like fucking two major like groups at the same time. You know what I mean? Because how they had Wu Tang structured, there was no other group that had ever did that. You know, that's like if you sign Jodeci and you sign like one nigga with the high top to another label, one nigga with the high to another. But Jodeci still puts out music as one label. I mean, as one group under that one label. But as individuals, they put out their own little shit too. You know what I mean? So the way it was structured was just different because Wu Tang was also it's still a group. You know what I mean? But at the same time, as individuals, they was also doing a thing. You know what I mean? Which
Mhm.
sort of made them stronger and weaker as a group. This is weird. It's weird because they it made them stronger because more talent. You know what I'm saying? But made them weaker because then it's always that dick measuring kind of my solo album did this one. My solo album, I'm the real boss right now. I'm gonna bring in the talent.
Mhm.
There's always a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, I got sidetracked on the Wu Tang. So no, what I was supposed to talk about was the Way of the Water, the Avatar movie that I went to go see. I don't know if did I mention the last podcast? I don't think I did, right?
Nah.
Yeah, yeah. So I went to the theater to go see The Way of the Water, bro, and it's a 3 hour movie. And I honestly, when I went there, I went to see Creed, to be honest, but Creed was sold the fuck out. I guess it was opening weekend for Creed last weekend. So, yeah, I ended up seeing Way of the Water instead, which was good. I got to see it in 3D and stuff. Um, and it was a good movie. Now, not to try. I'm not trying to spoil it too bad. Little spoiler alert. Maybe skip for a couple minutes here, but yeah, I thought it was just gonna be blue people, and then it was the teal people showed up. You know what I mean? And it was dope. It was a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because like how the original
You
Avatar,
talk wait, hold on. Pull this shit up. What are you talking about?
the Avatar,
I know what you're talking about now. I don't know. I seen that they came out with a newer one.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The way of
Oh yeah, there it is.
the the water. Yeah, they said the way of the water. See, the original Avatar people was I guess they were like forest people of that planet, and
Uh-huh.
apparently like these people here, they are like the water version of them, and they like were teal and they like had slightly different, you know what I mean, like more water
Interesting.
adapted body parts. You know what I'm saying? And they were a little maybe a little stronger. It was
You
interesting.
know,
They had
I had said when I was on vacation, we were looking for a movie to watch, and I had said that I didn't really care for this movie, and I got fucking scolded for it.
Well, it was a good movie. The original movie was a good movie. You know what I mean? And the sequel was a good movie too. I know it was a good movie because my little sister is 12, and she generally like almost thinks it's cool to like be almost against things for some reason. Like she's like to the
Oh
contrary
yeah,
to
well, I'm
things.
still 12 then.
You know what I mean? And even she enjoyed the movie because she was sitting there ready to not like it. And she was like, "But it was actually a good movie. I kept trying to fall asleep, but then it kept waking me back up and drawing me in." And she was like, "Because we was watching in a real comfortable theater where you could like pulled the seats recline and shit. It was real comfy. You know what I mean? And but yeah, we was watching it and and she was enjoying it. And yeah, I was hitting my vape pen in the movie theater. You know what I mean? I was hoping it could. I was hoping nobody would see because it was a good amount of smoke I was blowing, even with the vape. But fucking, it was movies in 3D, so I was just hitting it during the fiery scenes, hoping people would just think, it was real good 3D. It's real good 3D. There's a little smoky in here, since it's a real good 3D we're going on right there. You know what I'm
I'm crying. Shut up.
saying? But yeah, nah, I was a good movie. Overall, 1 through 10, I'm gonna give it. It's honestly probably about a 7.5, to be real with you. You know what I mean? It's a
What about the
7.5.
first one?
The first one was more like a 8, 8.5. You know what I mean? s- yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm giving 8.5. The first one. You know what I mean? And
So it's
this
a
movie,
classic case of the next one wasn't as good,
it wasn't as good, but it wasn't
but
that
it
bad.
wasn't a waste of a movie.
No, no, and especially because of the fact that it was shot very well, and you were feeling like you were getting your money's worth with just the effort put on screen. You know what I mean? So at least if you're watching it, you're not like, this is boring, or this is like visually unstimulating, or this is just fucking blah. Like, nah, it's not. It's not
So
that.
they did some things to make it worth it for you to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean?
You heard the man, people. Go check out the new Avatar
It
movie.
was an experience. It's the reason why I did well in the box office. It was an experience to watch. It was a good. It was an experience. You know what I'm saying? Although I feel like I don't remember what happened in the last 10 minutes, but it's okay though. It's okay though. It's still a good movie. Still a good movie. But anyway, moving on here. I'm mad I had no visual aids for it. I should have. But yeah, Chris Rock special. You know what I mean? I saw it on Netflix. It was right after I came home from work. My mother was already halfway uh through watching it, and I made her go back. You know what I'm saying? So I could see it too. You know what I mean? He was wearing all white in his Chris Rock special.
Yeah, that
You know?
outfit was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I think he had Doc Martens on too. You know
Yeah, he was in the God suit with Doc Martens,
what
bro.
I
That shit
mean?
was crazy.
He's wearing all white, talking all black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
and
was
he had he had like a rag hanging out of his pocket or some shit.
but yeah, he got real controversial over here, man. He saved
Yo, talk about he opened right out the gates with that shit. He was straight with the controversy, like
I mean, first of
talking
all,
about like aborting babies and fucking
yeah, doing
got black
cocaine.
people
You
and
know what
this
I
and
mean? He
that.
was like, the first time I get to a city, I ask, where should I not go? You know what I mean?
Right.
And the second question I ask is, where can
Where
I
do I
buy
get the cocaine?
cocaine? And most
And it's
times
the
it's the
same
same
place.
place. It's the same place. You know what I mean? So it's like, I was like, damn, he's going in. You know what I mean? It
Yo,
was
he
funny.
was
You know what I mean?
definitely steering towards a certain angle there, you know. I feel like he was really just trying to like, hit the sensitive people where it hurts, which is like most people nowadays. So, in my opinion, from a business standpoint, it looks like he's doing some 6ix9ine shit. Any publicity is good publicity. And you know what? Uh more power to him. He got smacked on live television. Good for him.
Yeah. Either way, he made millions of dollars for putting this up on Netflix for sure.
Oh, bro,
Yeah,
he's
with
laughing
you.
all the way to
You
the
know what I
bank.
mean? So he knew he was gonna make money regardless. And also, you know,
But you can't lie.
I
Like,
for one
literally, look at us
appreciate.
right now. We're talking about it being controversial, was the
Yeah,
first thing we said. So
yeah.
that alone gives you a reason to talk about it to somebody else. So there you go.
And in the
It's on
world
Netflix, the
today,
most popular fucking thing.
yeah,
And boom, you fucking got it on the Netflix special, like,
in the world today where everyone to me is so fucking politically correct, or just, I heard a comedian talking about it where like, listen, comedians make comedy to make you do one of two things when they're trying to tell a joke. You're either gonna laugh at this joke, or you're gonna like groan at the joke, like oh, because you either feel like you went too far, or you're gonna laugh because you loved it. You know what I mean? But this thing where comedians are telling specials and people are applauding. You know what I mean? That's that woke shit. You know what I mean? That he said we don't. Comedians don't do sets for applause, guy. When they're like, yeah, and this right snare, yeah, 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 it turns into a progressive talk, and isn't then this bad there? Yeah, this used to be like this, yeah. you're applauding at a comedy special. That's not what we're not here to applaud for that. We're here to laugh. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people are so afraid to offend, but sometimes joke like there's almost no joke that don't offend somebody to a degree, some type of way. You know what I mean? That's part of like what it is. You know what I mean? And it's like people today are just so sensitive, and that's why comedy kind of sucks today, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? If it's not like weird, like quirky, observable comedy, like oh, isn't it funny when this shaped person or something, like I don't know, like unless it's some like
I feel like it's only funny to really bland, lame people.
exactly, you know, like that fucking retirement home comedy skit. You know what I mean? Especially, you know what I mean? Where yeah, you were performing to old folks. Yeah, and then you know, like what's the deal with with hot dogs? Why there's never the same amount, too many buns? Some like like you
Yeah.
making some joke about the hot dog bun ratio shit. You know what I mean? Like get the fuck out of here. Like
So is that the name of
you
it right
safe
there? Was
ass
it called
joke.
Chris Rock Outrage?
I want to say the name of the special is Selective Outrage. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Even though it's like hard to see, yeah, Selective Outrage. It's the name of it. Chris Rock special, Selective
So that
Outrage.
makes sense on why he kind of was talking about what he was talking about, you know?
Yeah, yeah, he was talking about a lot of people getting mad at certain things, but like, turning a blind eye to others. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So yeah, that was his angle he was going with this with special Selective Outrage. Just makes sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, I found it funny. There's one part he was talking about. Everyone called him a bitch. The place called him a bitch. The fucking news called him a bitch. They
Here
called
I
his
am.
wife.
I like the guy and he smacks me.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. I was a fan. I was rooting for this guy. He said everyone. He was a listen. I don't know why he hit me. I ain't have no what entanglements. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said I have no entangle. Like come on, that was a layup. Like here's the thing,
No,
Will
for
Smith.
real.
You made a mistake hitting a comedian. You gotta know that if you hit a comedian, he got jokes for you, my dog. What is you talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you
literally
know what
the
I'm
worst
saying?
thing he could have
Yeah.
done. Like,
You know what I mean? Like,
and I love how he waited like a year to kind of cook something
yep,
up, you know? He waited
yep.
like a year for it to all settle down, you know? And then all he did was really say like, 15, 20 words about the guy. You know what I mean?
Here's what I have to wonder because I Joe Rogan has made me want to be a comedian and also made me not want to be a comedian because I've heard him talk about so much about the process of crafting a special and how you come up with how you build it minute by minute. So you start with a little bit, you know what I mean, and then you work that bit out, you chest it out on stage, and then you got that good. Then you grow transitions to the next joke, to the next joke. You slowly grow this content of like, all right, 15, 5 minutes down. All right, I got 10 minutes solid, 15 minutes solid, 20 minutes solid, 30 minutes solid, 40 minutes solid. Oh, I got to change up that last bit of that 40 minutes. All right, I got to change that up. That takes me like too much. All right, I got to find a joke, the tagline to make that work. All right, boom. Then I try it out. Then I keep growing, keep growing. You know what I mean? Till you build out this hour special where you could just go for a whole hour on jokes that have been slowly ironed out and all the transitions, and you just make it look like you just made the performance, right? So I'm saying that to say, you know, as far as we know as a public, Chris Rock was silent for the most part to the public. And I know that crafting, Joe Rogan always said, you know, rappers can go in a studio alone with no one else and then come out with a hit record. Like comedians are the only ones that during the crafting of our art, we need feedback in the moment to craft it
Right.
right. You know what I mean? So he's like, you can't just go write a bunch of jokes in a room all by yourself and then come out thinking you're gonna have a whole special because some of them aren't gonna land. You got to know which jokes you got to change up, which ones you got to, you know
Right.
what I mean? So
Because the
it's
thing
like
is that people have taste, but what you want to do is kind of hit where everyone's listening, you know?
exactly, exactly. So it takes time to work out a joke. You start with an idea or a premise or a general way of going. You find the way the angle to go at it that's funny. You know what I mean? And you slowly carve that out. And you need the audience feedback for that. So I don't know how he was able to work this special and create it through whatever comedy clubs he was going to without like someone leaking. A lot of times they don't allow cell phones and stuff like that. They don't want you, because that's how because you go to certain comedy clubs, you'll see it there,
People are making
Chappelle.
a fucking special right now,
Yeah, or
they're
they're
curating their shit.
exactly. You know what I mean? Like so there might have been people in comedy clubs that heard less polished versions of this special or sections of this joke. You know what I mean? Where he was trying to make it out. You know what I mean? So I just wonder how I didn't hear nothing about it.
Well, like,
It's
he always talks about like the comedy club,
yeah,
I'm sure
it's
that place is like super official, and all the
yeah.
people that go in there are just respective to the comedy culture, and they're not gonna like record shit or release jokes or whatever. Everybody knows that everybody going there are,
Yeah.
good people.
It's like I don't know if it's still in the works, you know what I mean? But the comedians is like a community of their own, you know. That's why it went like it went all around the community world when Eddie Murphy got back up on stage because that was like, oh, Netflix must have paid him for a comedy special because hey, fucking in fucking 20 years we ain't seen Eddie Murphy on stage, and then the comedians just like,
Here he is on
guess
stage.
who got up on stage working out some fucking jokes? All right, guess who's over here knocking the rust off? Fucking Eddie
Right.
Murphy over here getting up on stage.
Hmm.
So it's like, and there's no other way to do it but that. And Joe Rogan says how, like, as a stand-up comedian, and this last thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna leave it at this. He says that you gotta stay in it. He says as a comedian, he gets up on stage at a club like at least 3 times a week. He says if he goes a week without doing it, he could feel it. He could feel that. He says you gotta be comfortable on stage. He says as a comedian, you gotta steady keep going up, keep going up, keep working on it. He says you gotta keep doing it. He says it's like a muscle that if you lose it, it's hard. He says so. He says like because some comedians, what happens is they are stand-up comedians. They're funny. They get a special. They get signed to do a TV show. They stop doing stand-up comedy. They go work on a TV show. They go back to try to do stand-up comedy, and they fucking suck, kinda. You know what I mean? The next special
Yeah.
sucks. You know what I mean? And why does the next special always suck worse than the one that blew them up? Is because they weren't on the road grinding it out the way they were as a stand-up comedian before they got that first special or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, I know. I respect it. I respect the craft over there, right? I was like, damn, I can't do this. All right, you got to bomb. You got to stay up there. You got to stay active. I respect it. You know what I mean? But I ain't about to do all that. But Chris Rock, I think he did a
But
pretty good
yeah, if you're
special
a
considering.
softie and you want to get pissed off, go watch the Chris Rock special. If
Yeah,
you're not and you like hard comedy, go watch the Chris Rock
go watch the
special.
good. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly, 100%, 100%. Now, the next topic we got here is Lil Uzi Vert. You know what I mean? Or some people call him Lil Lucifer. You know what I mean?
I got a
Because
lot, but also nothing to say about this at the same time.
yeah, yeah. I want to play this audio or something like that. There's like some sort of I haven't really heard the audio, but the pastor was speaking out on Lil Uzi versus demonic Satan. But let's see what he has to say.
One of the greatest um, artists now. It's called Uzi. What did he say? He said, I already know all of you. You're going to hell with me. On stage, hundreds and thousands are celebrating with him. He said, the rapture has already happened, and I'm going to hell with you. And guess what? You'll be tuning in to Uzi. For what? You are going to hell in a basket. He knows everybody who is going to listen to my music is going to hell. Uzi, the greatest, one of the
Oh my god!
Hold on, let me explain something to them real quick.
All right, I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what he was saying. That's a little
Hey, I want to hear what Uzi said though. Play that third slide.
that 30. All right, that's what he said.
Uzi.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me explain something to them real quick. Before everybody starts screaming and saying, oh, like I told y'all earlier, you motherfuckers enter the rapture. And if ain't nobody flying up to heaven right now, obviously all y'all motherfuckers going to hell. Right with me. So, let's get it. Oh, you already here. I'm so sorry. You can't get out. You're stuck. It's over. You heard the song 1,000,000 times and you didn't even know. That's up, but I still love you. Hold on, let me explain something to them.
Well, there you go. There you go. You know, it's not.
Well, I'll let you say something first, but go ahead.
No, no.
Are you going to say? I mean, all right. So, first of all, right, this pastor guy talking about Uzi getting the crowd fired up. Shut the fuck up. Go talk about God or something. Why are you talking about some famous rap artist? Like, doesn't have anything to do with spreading the word of God, and you're just hyping people up for literally no reason at all.
No, he's talking. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I get it, bro. Like, telling people they shouldn't listen to Uzi because he's talking people going to hell in a basket with him. But like at the same time, it really has nothing at all to do with spreading the word of God. He's just taking an event or something that happened, and he's using that as a outlet for him to get the people that came to see him fired up so that they come back because he's getting everybody excited.
Hold on.
You
If
know?
there's someone who's taking on a demonic aesthetic, who is saying what could be perceived as anti-godly things, and who is literally saying make you believe in Satan or whatever, like like is it not the place of a godly person to maybe speak in opposition to
Okay, but like,
evil?
why don't
Like,
we just like step back real quick and take away Uzi's fame? Now he's just another goth kid at the mall. Now you're telling me all the goth kid at the mall, they all deserve to get scolded by the pastor because they like to wear fucking shirts with
no,
satanic symbols on them
that's
and
not what they. That's not what he's. Not what
no,
they're
it is.
scolding at.
It's literally the same thing, bro, because the only thing that Uzi has right there is a stage. And he's literally not even sounding that serious, in my opinion. Like, he doesn't sound like he's trying to convince people to be satanic
All
or
right, all right. You say that. You say that. You say that. But you obviously
he.
haven't
I know
heard the new
Uzi, bro.
song.
I've watched a lot of stuff about him. I don't necessarily listen to his music, but I know that this
Uh
isn't
huh.
something that he just said on stage, and he
Listen to
does
this.
have
Listen to.
satanic like vibes and shit like that. But it's like, why would you take that so seriously and make it like
Because he has millions of people. Listen, you are not. Listen, you as a pastor, you are trying to shepherd God's people away from evil. And if you see a group of God's children all dancing to some devil-looking fucker, literally telling them they're all going to hell, dance with me, and you're saying it's weird for the pastor to say, "Yeah, don't do that." Like, like no, it's not weird at all for the pastor to say, "Yeah, see that guy saying a bunch of devilish shit, and all you guys dancing to his music, and he's saying that we're all going to hell together." Yeah, maybe don't participate in that. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, somewhere in my
you're
sermon, I'm gonna be
you're
like,
telling
"Why
me
is
you're
that
telling me that all the
unreasonable?"
people that listen to Lil Uzi and don't give a fuck about that nonsense are a part of the group that this pastor's talking about? Because there are, I can guarantee you, majority of the people that are at that concert do not believe in satanic stuff. I can guarantee you 100%.
All right, but
So,
they don't. But you know
and if
what?
you have
They don't
something
believe in
to argue
godly
against
stuff.
that, then prove to me that those people have satanic culture.
All right, I'm not gonna go that route because that's not
The,
what he.
really, the only satanic thing going on there is Lil Uzi. And yeah, there's going to be a handful of people that like follow him like a cult like figure, but literally,
Handful. He's
oh,
literally doing shows with thousands of
and you
people
think
with
you think that
millions of
there are
followers, and
you
you're
think
saying
you
handful.
think that there's more than a handful of people that Lil Uzi Vert has converted into fucking Satanism? Tell me, you really think that Lil Uzi Vert is out here preaching the word of the devil, converting people?
Let me ask you.
Please
Let me
tell me.
ask you. I'm telling you that he is on that vibration, and that he has influence over young minds, and that he is making it more acceptable. Is he? He's making it okay to be satanic. If you want it,
I'm
there's a
just
lane
saying,
for it. If
bro.
you wanted to
I'm
go
just
do it,
saying, bro.
you'll
I
be
don't
like a
give a
little
fuck
Uzi.
about anything satanic. And there are a couple Uzi songs that I like. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple Uzi songs that
Whatever,
you like,
whatever.
and you don't care about nothing satanic either. And the whole thing I'm saying is that this guy is trying to make it seem like everybody dancing in that crowd is so hyped to go to hell right now. And that's not true. So if you're trying to tell me that you think that that's the truth, then you're delusional.
Listen
You're
to
as
this. Listen to
delusional as
this.
that pastor
All
is.
right,
And
sure, sure. Let's
all
hear
right,
this. Let's
all
hear
right.
this. Let's hear this audio. Okay, cool. So you could just like what
All
like
right, Carl. I also just remembered something, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say because I'm getting too serious about it. Somebody that was my friend that we're not friends anymore for whatever reason. No, there's nothing to say about it. He loves Lil Uzi. Played his shit literally every day. All right. And that man wore a cross and worshiped God and actually went to church literally every week. And his whole family is super Christian. And I can tell you right now, he just vibed to Uzi's music. All right. Didn't care about nothing with this Satan shit. And cool. Uzi's on stage saying shit in his lyrics. And I can guarantee you there's tons of people there that don't care about anything satanic. I'm going to stop talking about it because you can say your opinion now and I shouldn't
yeah.
interrupt you.
Here's
And
what I'm saying. Here's
that's
what
my
I'm saying.
piece.
Here's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that sure, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right, and it's all is still part of the problem. Like, yeah, they're all mindlessly just dancing along to these devilish literal lyrics. I'll make a city girl believe in Satan. Literally, like it can't get more literal than that. It can't get more literal than that. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're all just mindless. They're not paying attention. They're just brainless. They're just zombies. They're just that's what that don't you see? That's what the evil part of the Matrix wants you just distracted, dumbass zombie listening to evil shit, just being a fucking dumbass, lost in this world, fucking just an idiot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sure, they're not really paying attention, but they're not really paying attention to life either. They're just fucking dancing around a dumb shit, bro. What I'm saying is that if you're going to say that they're not really listening to it, so they're just so that's like all right, so you're not like why
So like
why
it's not
why
so
like
you're telling me that that kid that listens to Lil Uzi should just stop listening to Lil Uzi because he said stuff about Satan. Is that what you're saying?
what I'm saying is that he should think
Well, answer
more.
that.
I think there are other artists that he could listen to. You know what I mean? Or at the very least, he should be conscious of what he's of what's going on here, and
But
consider
but like I feel like it's almost even better to not be conscious of it. Like
it's
who
never
cares?
better to exist in a
He's
lower level of
listening to something that
consciousness.
sounds good. You're telling there's so many people that listen to music in other languages and vibe to it and have no idea what they're saying.
All
So
right,
like
this
for you to be trying to say that people that are listening to his music and just vibing are doing something wrong because of the lyrics that he's saying, I mean, go ahead, bro. You have your right to have an opinion, okay? But I disagree, and that's
all
my
right,
opinion.
all right.
I don't know if y'all hear that. That mess behind me that I'm leaving. Something is not right with that. Jesus, in Jesus' name. I'm walking up and down through this Lil Live concert, praying, clutching my pearls because that sounds like some mess. I can't. Lord God, fix it. That's crazy. I don't even want y'all to hear this. That's how negative and demonic and his soul is literally. It was safe for like.
Listen, bro. I this is not hip hop, bro. This is like maybe some metal shit. You know what I'm saying? But niggas just screaming and yelling
My boy
incoherently.
Mike's Ike right there. That's how I feel. Nobody cares.
Oh my God! No! Holy shit! What the fuck?
Yeah, it's ridiculous things going on.
Yo, if you got something to say about that, then you never been to a fucking metal concert, fucking anything
Yeah,
like that. Niggas
yeah,
go crazy, bro. You
I
ain't.
know. I
When's the
understand.
last time you were at an actual concert and niggas
I've
ain't
been
ain't
to a
ain't doing
concert.
nothing with a mosh pit? Niggas ain't going crazy in the crowd. Come on,
Mm,
bro. Yo, you're
mm.
picking too hard on my boy Uzi right now. I don't even fuck with his music like that, but let Lil
And that
Uzi
other
do his
one was
thing.
Playboi
Let
Carti.
Playboi Carti do his thing. This shit about Carti,
No,
whatever,
no,
like, come on, bro. You
no,
tripping.
no. You guys want to have finger paint on your nails. You
So
want to
don't listen
hold
to
on,
his
hold on,
music
hold
and
on.
don't show up to his
No,
concerts.
no, hold on, hold on. You want to have finger paint on your nails. You want to dress in these little cut off weird things. You want to have fishnet on and shit with the thing and the fucking and you want to sing about Lucifer, you know what I mean, and do little weird little like, dancey little hip like sometimes looking a little zesty in the right mindset looking at it, you know what I'm saying? And this to me is just uh a slap in the face to what hip hop is supposed to be. Hip hop was never supposed to be niggas with fingerprints on screaming with a microphone about and
I'm
people
pretty
making other
sure
songs
both
about
of them
Satan.
would tell
You know
you
what I
that they
mean?
don't consider a lot of their songs hip hop.
Yeah, yeah, man. I know
Uzi
you I
Uzi
know you
loves
don't see a
fucking
problem with it,
metal
you
and
know what I
shit and
mean?
like death metal
But
and fucking that kind of music.
but
So
I just
there's
want
a
to
reason
see.
why they both be like going down those kinds of lanes. That's the kind of music that they like. Now, yeah, like they do fall into the hip hop category in some of their music, but for sure they definitely like other stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
This nigga
I'm just
over
saying,
here
I'm
hitting
not
a
with it.
Nick stick about to have a fucking
I'm
heart
not with
attack.
it. No, no, no. This is a mitten extract. This is weed. This is weed. But
God,
that
I hope so. So you hitting
it
two
is.
different types of vapes?
Yeah, no. This is just weed. That's weed. This is weed. It's all weed. The one vape I had, I said I only bought one, and it finally ran out, and I do not plan to buy another one. Okay.
Tell the people about that so they know.
Um. Yeah. So
Because that shit's serious. You want to talk about something detrimental to the youth? Talk about that.
yeah, the vapes are really bad, and although they, at first it makes you feel sucky, and then you get this weird relaxed feeling. Sometimes makes your body heavy, but in the end of the day, it's gonna help cancer cells grow in your body and shit, and also deteriorate your lungs faster. And God knows what else, really, because these vapes are kind of new, and we don't have people that have taken it for 20 years and know because it just doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So, just for those reasons and stuff, I decided not to
Yeah,
fuck
y'all
with it.
know it's a little, you think it's a little substitute or this or that, but hey, go drink a coffee or something. You know what I'm saying? Kick
Yeah,
yourself in the ass, get a little hyped up, go take a cold shower.
th-
Um,
they
and
say,
why don't you like think about like when you lacking in energy and stuff, how about you like be healthy, eat a little healthier, maybe go for a walk once in a while, get some sunlight, get some
yeah,
fresh air,
yeah,
and working out is always good, but I know people don't, maybe some people ain't fit enough for that or they don't got the time for that, but go for a goddamn walk. All right, get outside, open the window. All right.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm gonna just say, all right, I had hit those vape things before. I've had one before. All right, them shits is fucking demonic. All right, it'll trap you. Talk about Satan. That's Satan right there. All right. So I know it might feel good here and there, then and now, but when the time comes and you got to go for a run or something, you got to run for
hmm
that bus or something,
hmm
and you just out of breath and you thinking, God damn, man, I'm out of shape. No, you smoke. You're a smoker. All right, and
yeah,
smokers are always gonna have the same fucking problems: high heart rate, cancer problems, lung problems, throat problems, teeth problems. It fucking rots your teeth too. People don't understand that.
yeah. They
Really
hurt their
bad for your
teeth.
gums, really bad for your teeth. Even just the regular vape, not cigarettes, it's still bad for your fucking mouth.
Yeah,
Anyway, just want to let the people know it's a serious thing. If you're smoking it now, just really, really try your best to stop
and that
because
vape
you're
thing
gonna
here,
thank yourself later.
I think one of the biggest reasons why it's a problem is because of the convenience. Like
Oh, 100%,
you
bro.
can
Because
hit that
people,
shit in a
one,
bathroom
you
stall.
can
You
get
can
away
hit,
with it almost anywhere. Two,
yeah,
you can hit it almost anywhere. Like you
yeah.
could be in a goddamn fucking courtroom and hit that shit. And if you hold it in long enough and blow it into your shirt, you're fine. Like, you know?
Yeah, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? And it's a problem. So that's why I've been getting and the other thing is that like I'm working at like a restaurant now sometimes, right? And everyone else does it. Like so every once in a while there's a little entrance to an alleyway. They step out into the alleyway. This motherfucker's lighting a cigarette. A lot of them lighting a cigarette. And
Uh-huh.
what is everyone else doing? They're hitting vapes. You know what I
Yep.
mean? You either hitting a cigarette or hitting vapes, all right? Now I did it one time when I whipped out. I had a vape with me this when that before it ran out. You know what I mean? And I had
Uh-huh.
one of these too. You know what I mean? And I tried to hit this, thinking that Maybe they'll just think it's a vape. But the moment I did it, someone called me out. He was like, "Oh, you on that type of wave, huh? You on
Oh
that?"
my
and I
God.
was like, "Nah, it's just my belly." He's like, "I need to get one of those. I need to get like that." I was like,
Oh my
and
God.
I was like, "Oh my fucking God!" So when I lifted this up and you thought it was a breeze, I was like, "Good." That's what I hope because it kind of I
I
kind
it
of tried to
it
get it.
looks like it. No, that one 100% looks like a nicotine vape because
Yeah,
no, it doesn't look like a breeze, but it looks like a Views or like
yeah,
a Jewel
yeah,
or like one of the ones where it's like a device and you replace the pod on it. That's
yeah,
what it
yeah,
looks like for sure. And
yeah.
I
That's what
can't
I want.
believe somebody's seen that and thought it was weed. That's crazy.
Nah. The one I had, but no. This is the one I had when they said it was weed.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
you
no,
can't get
it was
away with
this one.
that shit.
It was this one. This is the one that I had when
Nah, that's got too much livery on it.
Yeah, exactly right. I was hitting this. And they was like, "Oh, I see you." I was like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? That like that was when I was
Bro,
hitting.
you could literally just put like some electric tape around that shit and it would definitely look more like a vape.
But maybe I could get away with this
That
one.
one, yeah, bro. Just
This one.
keep what if there's a logo on it, make sure you
Yeah,
keep that turned towards
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Keep that turned. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep the part that says OG Kush in my hand. You know, that's the other side.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But yeah, nah, because the kid. So and I like this because it's a disposable one. The reason I got the difference is because this is for like more at work or but because you can just pay for the cart and it's not as expensive. Where you got to pay a little bit more to get the whole disposable one. You know what I'm saying? But the disposable one is just it looks more like a vape, which is why I got the disposable. So that's a little hack. Try to get the disposable weed carts. You know what I mean? It'll look they're more likely to look like and then this one's mitten extract, so definitely recommend that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Try to don't do vapes. Don't do it. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, we're getting
So
off
then
topic.
the next
Leave my
topic, let's
boy
pimp
Lil
them.
Uzi alone.
No, I'm not leaving him alone. I'm not leaving him alone. You don't want to fight for it. You don't you. But it's okay. I understand. You know what I mean. You're a white guy. I understand. But the thing is, all
It
right,
don't matter, bro.
I gotta
In
fight.
my
I gotta
opinion,
fight for
I'm
good.
gonna drop my own controversial bomb here. In my opinion, religion really does not matter much. It is something that you can definitely tap into, and it is very powerful when used correctly. But I don't believe, that what religion you're in has much to do with that amount of power that you can tap into. It's just a strong belief, and passionate believers together can create a lot of power. So, you know, whatever, man. Good luck to everybody. If you want to be that kind of thing, like my the best thing I ever did was not let other people influence my decisions and just become myself. And it took me a long period of isolation to do that. Now, if people don't have the, opportunity to do that and they are being persuaded by somebody else, then I feel bad for them. But be yourself. That's all I can say. Be yourself. Don't give a fuck about other people's shit and just fucking mind your own business. So that's why I say leave Uzi alone. I'm not trying to protect him. I'm just trying to protect everybody's rights to be themselves. And he's being himself. So
I understand that. I understand that. Me, the what got listen. Part of what listen in my opinion, my
when
little.
you're done, we should move topics. So
I
just say
agree.
your
I
opinion
agree.
and carry on.
All right. I believe every man is a soldier, whether he wants to be or not. And today's society doesn't give you a war to be in, and you have to make up your own war and pick your own path and attack it like the soldier that you are. Now, me, the war that I want to be in is the good old age old war of good and evil. You know what I mean? I have to build up and be financially um s- uh uncancelable, you know what I mean, so that I can oppose evil and oppose the bullshit happening in society and be a good soldier for the good side of things. You know what I mean? And to me, as a soldier on the good side of things, trying to build up, I look at these people that would want to make men a less stronger version of themselves, that would want to make men more feminine, that would want to make men follow tenets that lead to destruction in your life, and these people that would just want to just make you be mindless and exist on a low level of consciousness and not look into things deeply and just pretend like life isn't fucking important or whatever little vague foggy little mindset, like no, that's not to me going to lead to a better society and more people getting into that mindset is to me a bad thing. And as a soldier of what is good, I feel the need to speak in opposition to such things and such forces, because otherwise I wouldn't be a soldier of good, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I would just be another mindless person not caring about things and just whittling in the wind. You know what I mean? But anyway, the next topic that we're going into is going to be crypto. You know what I mean? Because apparently, according to Colin, Biden has raised the taxes for mining crypto by 30%, and that's going to make it a bit less financially sustainable for people to do that,
Well, it's
which is
definitely having a detrimental effect right now. That
which
shit went
is
down big time.
why don't you talk about it a bit, Colin? Set it up. What's going on?
Well, to be completely honest, I had just sent you that link and I didn't really read much about it because somebody had just sent it to me earlier today. So I just clicked on it and I'm about to look. But seems to be obviously a lot of people are fucking pissed about it.
Well,
Um,
I'm just
you know,
looking
I
at
feel like the only reason he's doing something like that is to prevent people from, being individuals and getting wealthy on their own and straying away from society and the 9 to 5 nonsense, They want people to be sheep. Whether you believe it or not, I think the US government wants us all to just be as many 9 to 5ers as possible. And if you're not a 9 to 5er, either you're rich or you're poor as shit, you know? And there's a super small percentage of people like me that somehow wiggles their way out of it and figures out a way, I'm going to start my own thing here and just kind of avoid all the bullshit, you know? And it takes a long time to kind of adopt that mindset and realize that, even though your parents tell you to get a job and go to college, that it might not be the best thing to do, you know, and just
Mhm.
kind of follow your own path and do your own thing. So, anyway, long story short, I feel like this has a lot to do with the fact that, the Biden administration doesn't want people to stray away from society and do their own thing, like mining crypto and trading crypto and investing
Yeah,
in crypto, flipping crypto, and it pisses them off
I
that
see
people
this as
are,
as an opportunity. You know what I mean?
especially with the whole COVID thing that just happened, and
Yeah,
everyone stopped working. It gave people a year to sit at home and become themselves and figure out a way to make money without having to go to work, you
yep.
know? And they're really fucking pissed about that. I'll tell you that right now.
Uh huh.
They think that this unemployment rate is people not going back to work because they're lazy. Now, yeah, there's a certain amount of people for sure, and I think majority of them are just lazy people that aren't going back to work. But I tell you what, good like probably 20-30% of them are people that are trying to spin off and do their own thing and say, fuck it, man, I'm not going back to I ain't working for the man. I am the man,
Yep. Yep.
and they're trying to make their own thing. A lot of new rap artists out there. I don't know if you noticed that after COVID, but
Uh huh.
a lot of people really trying to dedicate their path to whatever they're passionate about and giving it a shot. I mean, look at the starting date on CharlieGtv right
True.
after COVID. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like,
2021. It's true. You know what I mean? I was looking. I, the thing is, I worry about people that I know that have like gotten into day trading crypto as like their income, sort of. They like quit their job. They figured out how to finally look at those graphs with volume and buy-ins and market cap, and they finally like understand what it's really telling them, and know how to look at those graphs and make the best educated decision based on what the market's doing, combined with news stories and stuff. And they really tapped in with it. You know what I'm saying? But still, when everything's falling and dropping, you're still taking losses to a degree, and you would then only can capitalize on that with like having capital on the side to then reinvest in those lower prices, or having something to sustain you while the market's in falling right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like not having a job to fall back on and being a pure investor or without playing with big money to me is like a little risky for real. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at the Coinbase right now. I'm looking at it from the 1 month thing, and it says that
okay, so I just read. Sorry to cut you off. This is really important. It says that it's up to each state to decide. And it's, well, let me clarify exactly what the guy said. He said it's up to each state to decide, not grandpa's Alzheimer's.
oh my god. Well, February 21st, Bitcoin was $25,000, 228. So that was about the peak it's been in the last like month, a little bit. And now it's at $20,000. You know what I mean? So up, it just clicked to $19,000. So it just hit under 20, just 20 G's. So that's a good amount of fall. You know what I mean? And when you consider all time, you know what I mean? It was once about 65,000. It's saying, you know what I mean? And now it's $20,000. And at one point, like a few months ago, it was at like 17 or 16 or something like that. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, I personally, as someone who don't have a lot of Bitcoin, I won't mind seeing it fall because then I will maybe buy in a little bit. If it gets to like 15 grand, and I say to myself, well, if you were to put 5 G's on it, you would own one third of a Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Hey, you want to place that bet? You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's Bitcoin. It's the big boy. Like this is the boy that was supposed to. All the graphs said it'll go to 100 grand. What about when the last Bitcoin is mine and you can't get any more, or this and that, and this shit is dropping to 15 grand. This is the mother of cryptocurrency, and it's dropping to 20 G's. You know, like that means that like I don't know if you had $1,000, that's like what 20% of it? No, 10%. What 5%? Yeah, 5%. Right, $1,000, but like five
Yo, but
percent.
it's going crazy right now. The trading activity, 98% of people are buying,
That
2% of people are selling.
that's the thing. That's the thing I'm saying, bro. Is at this price, because I already, because to me, how I look at crypto, the governments are fighting it. They're all fighting it. But like I said, I know that
Yo,
crypto.
you know right now, first of all, people they put what's called buy stops or stop losses or whatever or buy it's like a
Automatic
bid.
buy-ins if it hits
When
a
it
low
goes
price.
below a certain amount,
Yeah,
it immediately puts in
yeah,
an order to buy, right?
yeah.
Now, you can only imagine how many people have a buy order for the second it goes under 20K, you know?
Exactly.
So that's why it hits that point,
And
and
it
it's just
bubbles.
people that have
It
put a
bubbles.
buy order for 19,999, and they see the second it goes under, boom, they buy, and they're just people are calling each other, yo, Bitcoin under 20K, yo, Bitcoin under 20K. You got motherfuckers just hopping in there, yo, under 20. I'll buy five of them shits real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yo, that's what's going
Exactly.
on right now. Every but fucking businessman in the world's calling their buddy, drinking a fucking bottle of scotch right now. Yo, motherfucker, you seen that shit? Bitcoin under 20K. Put your money in. Put your money in.
Because it's at the lowest it could really, really try to be. When it was at 15, so to me, I'm looking at it like, all right, all right. I'm just finally about to get a second job, trying to build up for the, maybe for my birthday, I'll spend whatever money I got and saved up for whatever I could get on this Bitcoin. Hopefully, if it keep dropping, you know what I'm saying? Because I just know in my heart that Bitcoin is not gonna be worth 20 G's like a year or two from now. I just feel like nah, bro. Like it's Bitcoin. It's the mother of them. It's the head of the crypto, son. You know what I mean? If Bitcoin go down, they're fucked, bro. And Ethereum ain't shit. Like, not saying it ain't shit, but like, maybe I'll just buy an Ethereum too, just in case. But
Nah,
Ethereum,
you're tripping, bro. Ether
Eth-
has way more
I know it
stuff
has way
backing
more,
it.
but I say that when I say it ain't shit, I mean like price wise, like as in like
Well,
e-
Ether
the,
is more stable. Like
but even
Bitcoin's falling
Ether
hard right now,
and Ether's
and
holding strong.
Ether
Ether's
is
holding
not.
strong. Ether's
Yeah.
holding strong. You know, but Ether used to be 4 G's. It's still lower than it used to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you look at the charts and you consider like
It's
Bitcoin
stable.
is Bitcoin is like a quarter of what it used to be, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Ether is only like a half of what it used to be, like, a third of
yeah,
what it used to be. So
yeah,
it's just less like volatility, and it's got more stuff backing it and
yeah.
more uses. So
I was gonna buy an Ethereum. You know what I mean?
I have one Ether right now,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
have like 150 bucks in Bitcoin.
Hell yeah, man. I was gonna buy Ether and buy cause I know it's not that expensive. You know what I mean? And I could fucking get one if I really focused on this. I wanted to buy one just to have one, and I wanted to but hey, if this Bitcoin goes down low enough, I might try to get like a couple percent, try to get a little bit of it. You know what I mean? Because man, I'm not trying to buy a house. until a year and a half from now. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's enough time if I get it in before this year's over. You know what I mean? Or before the summer's over, really. If I get it in when it's getting low and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then I might have enough time for the market to rebound. You know what I'm
Yo, I
saying?
just want to give a quick shout out to Starbucks Double Shot Energy. I am fucking wired for like
Oh,
an hour now. And it's got vitamins and ginseng and guarana in it, and it says it supports focus, and I definitely feel focused. I definitely feel energetic, and it tastes good. And god damn, I hate coffee too. But I hate energy drinks. They taste disgusting to me. I don't know why, but this shit fucking slaps, and I'm booming right now. So shout out to Starbucks Double Shot Energy real quick. But yeah, the cryptocurrency thing. I just want to talk about it one more second real quick.
yeah.
I did send you a text to a tweet. I don't know if you could find it. It's on Twitter by Watched Guru. Um, but yeah, dude, like 30% is a lot. Hold on, let me let the dog go. Get on down there.
Yeah, 30%.
30% is a lot because if you think about it, that's like people that mine crypto really don't make a lot of money. You have to put a shit ton of money into it to make a lot of money out of it. Like you need to make these giant mining farms, like tons of money in these like computer things and electricity and everything. So it's really a long-term investment where you make money off of it. So he's basically saying like if you want to mine cryptocurrency, fuck off. That's literally what he said, you know?
Yeah.
And he's giving the option to whatever state wants to tell people no to just tell people no. And it's going to stop almost everybody from mining in that state, 100%.
Yeah.
So that's bullshit, in my opinion. The fact that he's even giving people the option to do that. Um, but hopefully, you know, most of the states stand up for themselves and say, hey, our people want to make some money for themselves. Let them do it. You know, they're taxing them on it anyway. Fucking, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're
I
just trying to take
suppose.
away everything. This is a perfect example of them just trying to shut down people's independence in the United States of America, the land of the free. Fucking bullshit. I tell you what, if Orange Man was in office, this shit would not fly.
No, no. But also, I didn't have it in the headlines, but
Oh, the Fox News thing. You seen that?
Trump said that he plans to run even if he gets indicted or whatever.
Did you see the thing
Some
about Fox News? I forgot to fucking link that to.
Tucker
No, I did link
Carlson
it to you.
said something about
I
something.
linked it to you on Discord. Pull it up on your computer right now. We're pulling up topics on the
I can't.
fly, people.
I don't. I'm my computer's real. It's on its last leg here. I don't want to launch another thing here, man.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
All
my
right,
computer's about to
whatever.
get
Anyway,
frozen.
so there's this whole thing going on with Tucker Carlson and whatnot.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. I've seen it in the headline. I don't know what the
they
fuck it is. What's going on
the
though?
something voting administration, the people I guess that did the election, are suing Fox News for 1.6 billion dollars, and has something to do with Tucker Carlson talking a whole lot of nonsense about voter fraud and whatnot, and not just him, but other people on Fox News, and something about them just kind of ruining it for Trump, and he could have won. Not saying that he would have, but they did things to definitely prevent him from winning, and that's not okay. So yeah, they're getting in trouble for it right now. That's all I know, and
Wow.
good. And damn, talk about demons. Talk about demons.
Listen,
Tucker Carlson. I'm not even going to say anything. Anybody with two brain cells to rub together should understand that that man right there is evil.
yeah, yeah. Fox News in general. You don't understand some of the narratives and some of the ways that they have conveyed news stories and just generally, done smear campaigns and twisted the truth or just told omitted versions of it and just generally misled their viewership, which is aging at the age of like the average age of like 65, 70 is like the age of the average Fox viewer. So it's okay. So they're gonna slowly go into obscurity, and then if this fucking lawsuit doesn't fucking put them under a fucking rock forever, you know what I mean? We're gonna see. You know what I mean? because they certainly deserve it with their fucking weirdos, all the way from their weirdo that got fired a couple years ago and canceled into obscurity, Bill O'Reilly, which used to be their one. They loved that guy. Then he got had to get him out of here. Then there was a couple other guys that had to get out of here because it was getting a little handsy with the ladies' pal. You know what I mean? And Me Too took out a couple of their guys there. You know what I mean? I heard Bill O'Reilly was trying to talk up riz up a girl, talking about what he'd do to her with a loofah. Let me wash it down, baby. Let me wash it back with this loofah. It was disgusting. It was disgusting hearing him talk about that with the lady. It was nasty. Big tall guy being weird. Do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and toss it to Charles. Charles, come in, Charles. Oi, Charles here with the news and the headlines, keeping you lads informed of what's happening in the world. Just a couple of things, you know what I mean, letting you know what's going on. All right then. First story up. Alex Murder has now been sentenced to life in prison for the murder of his son and wife in their family estate um in 2021. Judge Clifton Newman sentenced Murder to life in prison for murder count, and he said he's conserved. Yeah, bro. Listen, man, you killed your family, bro, and you're going to jail for it. That's what's happening, man. And you know what? You should, because you can't just be killing people. You know, with your little weird ass. You know, I'm so rich and I just can't figure it out, and I just got to kill everyone on the estate and just just go to jail, bruv. I hope someone in there roughs you up a bit. You know what I mean? But anyways, next story up coming up. In other news, streaming giant Netflix has cut prices in more than 30 countries. It's come at the rising cost of living. What the fuck's going on with this fucking thing, man? It's glitching out a bit. Try again, man. There we go. It comes as the rising cost of living sees people cutting costs, and Netflix faces increased competition from rival streaming services. The cuts apply to certain price plans, with subscription charges falling off by half in some cases. Time will tell if a VPN will allow people to take in on these services, man, taking on these price cuts. Because you know what? I'm sure America's not getting a fucking price cut, are we? No, you're just cutting the poor people and all that, man. So it's all right, man. It's okay. You know what I mean? I'm going to find a way to get my piece of that. You know, fuck off, man. Anyway, last but not least, you know, Rihanna is ready to work, even though she's pregnant and all, bruv. You know what I mean? And she will take the stage at this year's Oscars. It comes after her Super Bowl halftime show, where she revealed she was pregnant, and this was the first time many fans have seen her perform since the Grammys in 2018. The singer is set to perform "Lift Me Up," a song featured in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack, and she's going to perform at the Oscars in some wobbly fashion. For more information on these headlines, feel free to do your own fucking research. And with that, back to you, Charlie. Thanks, Charles. Thanks, Charles. You know what I mean? I think Charles is a little drunk or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. He seemed a
Right.
little off. You know what I
He's
mean?
pissed too.
You know
What
what
the fuck going on with this thing, bro?
but he got it done. He got it done. I appreciate it. See you next week, Charles. But yeah, man. Um, last story up here. We got one of the last ones. We got to pay our respects to the homie here, man. On this date, you know what I mean? 26 years ago, we lost hip hop legend, the notorious B.I.G.
Christopher Wallace.
Christopher Wallace.
He was 24 years young. World took him too soon. And shot in L.A. in a still unsolved murder case.
Yeah. Still unsolved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, the niggas in the hood know who did it. He probably dead.
Yeah, probably got him up.
Yeah, bro. Shit's crazy. Biggie has always been one of my favorite artists, and for a long time he was my favorite artist. I know a lot of Biggie songs.
Yeah. I got
And
7 Mac 11s, about 8 38s,
838s,
9
9
10s,
10
Mac
Mac
10s. The
10s,
shits
the
never
shits
end.
never end.
You
Can't
touch
touch
my
my
riches.
riches. Even if you had MC
MC
Hammer and
Hammer
the
and the
357
357
bitches.
bitches. Biggie
Biggie
Smalls,
Smalls, the
the
millionaire.
millionaire.
Nah, come on.
Yes. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh
I
man,
love you,
yo,
man.
it's
I
crazy.
appreciate you.
It's
Too
crazy to
many,
think
too many.
about.
But try the bread and the lamb spread. Little honey with the shot into your body. Nah. But Biggie did his thing, man, for real. You know what I
Yeah, man,
mean?
and he paved the way for a lot of people that are out there right now doing the hip hop rap thing. You know what I'm saying? So pay your respects to the man. And you know what? It really pisses me the fuck off that there's a lot of people out there, especially people that are very heavily involved in hip hop, that don't show their respect to people like Biggie and Tupac and call them like they're just another guy, like they're just like them rappers that everybody talk about. Everybody just
Yeah,
pretend that they legends and like pretend. Like, yo, if Biggie and Tupac never existed, rap would have had a much harder time getting to where it is today. I'll tell you
yeah,
that right now.
for sure. Because they were amazing at the craft of what they was doing there. You know what I
They
mean? Like
delivered to people that didn't listen to hip hop. You know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Come on, Dear Mama. You don't think Dear Mama brought people into hip hop that didn't listen to hip hop? Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So people just don't got respect for the OGs for real. They don't take time to listen to them. You know what I mean? And these young guys, but they take time to listen to. You know what I mean? I make her say they gonna believe in Satan. Like oh, they ain't got time to listen to that. You know what I mean? But like your rain on top was short like leprechauns. It's the rap phenomenon done data. Big
Fuck
Papa.
Papa.
like like that. Like hold on. like he
Yo,
got
can
a
we play a little
oh
snippet? Come
my
on, play some
god.
big. Play
The
some
only
big.
that's why I'm trying to rap it so much. Nah, YouTube ain't gonna let me, man. YouTube. It's okay first
Damn.
because I'm posting everything to YouTube. I gotta be more conscious of the copyrights these days on the pod, so I can't.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
God, but yeah, man,
I
big go
respect
listen to
Biggie.
some Biggie.
Go
Today's
pay your
March 9th.
respects. You know what I
Biggie
mean?
died 26 years ago today. You know, you're
Yeah,
gonna be hearing this podcast on Saturday, so it's gonna be a couple days past. But you know, go and show your respect. You know what I'm
for real.
saying? Go and show your respect to the man Biggie because he paved the way for a lot of people that you probably listen to right now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Inspired a lot of people, especially in Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, Brooklyn boy, talk your shit. Come
They
on.
they hey they say there's no there probably wouldn't be a Jay-Z without a fucking Biggie. You know what I mean? For real, because you
That's
know what I mean.
facts.
He helped bring him along for real. But yeah, um, with that, you know, we're gonna bring Biggie back around and sometime in May because his birthday's in May, the end of May. You know what I mean? But yeah, gone but never forgotten, King. You know what I mean? Black and ugly as ever. However, I stayed Gucci down to the socks.
Hell yeah.
Talk your shit, big man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I always say Biggie was just a chubby second generation Jamaican born in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Because he was Jamaican. You know what I mean? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So, as a fellow chubby Jamaican from Brooklyn, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I totally feel you, dog. I feel like you was the man, and we meant to take it over. But with that, we ended with the last topic, you know what I mean, which is first date stories. All right. Now, Colin, you gotta go first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give me at least one first date story.
Damn. Does it have to be good or bad?
It could be either
Interesting.
way. It could be either way. I'm gonna tell
Um,
a bad one first, and then I'm gonna tell,
damn.
and then I'm gonna
You know, you're
tell.
kind of catching me quick off guard with this, but like, I mean, probably one of the best first dates that I've ever had was going to an amusement park. Like, and it's something that I thought was going to be kind of lame, but you know, I think I actually talked about this a bit on the podcast before. Um, it was like you know, you go on rides and shit and it kind of makes you sit next to each other, you know, shit get crazy. You know, you might wanna oh shit, oh shit, they grab your arm or something, they getting scared or whatever, you know, crazy ride or something.
Uh huh.
You know, you see that thing where you slam the hammer and you win them a toy or so. It's a great place to go for a first date. Goddamn. And you know what? We did talk about this because somebody was on the pod, one of your homies, and he was a fucking player. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh
And he
yeah,
was
the
giving
Detroit
some great
players.
first
Yeah,
date
yeah.
ideas. So
He
this
did.
is a double up. We're doing this all over again. Um, Damn, now you tripping me out. Go first because I just reiterated a first date that I had already had. Now I sound like a fucking loser.
Nah. But yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go with one of my bad ones, right? So let me think. So yeah, Yeah, this is a good lesson on not being a broke ass nigga. I barely remember what's going on. So I remember, so it was a shorty that I went to prom with. You know what I mean? We had got it on at prom. It was a good time or whatever. And I picked the. I didn't. And we met up at a movie theater to go to the movie theater, and I paid for the tickets, and I ain't had no money for no snacks. You know what I mean? And I also ain't try to pull. I ain't pull no moves in the theater, no little hand or hand on the thigh. And I ain't pull no moves or nothing. You know what I mean? And I just walked into the train to station, knew it was out. You know what I mean? Barely talked. I ain't gonna get no food after. I was trying to do nothing because I ain't had no bread. You know what I mean? I really ain't had no money. You know what I mean? I was almost mad I had to pay for the tickets, but even though she was a pretty shorty, you know what I mean? And also I wasn't fly enough at all. You know what I mean? I wasn't fly enough at all. That was another problem. You know what I mean? And I and the date did not go as well as I wanted. You know what I mean? And it was a bad experience for the most part. And that was the last time we saw it. I can't even remember the movie that we saw. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Because I was probably in my head the whole time and not watching the movie at all. I was just there with the screen. You know what I mean? So like I can't even remember. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a bad, and it wasn't even like a real first date because like we went to prom together. But the thing is, that was on my mom's. But I had a tuxedo on. We was going there. Then we had food there. You know what I mean? Like I had my own limo. You know what I mean?
You
So
didn't
right
have to
around
provide much.
shit was different. You know what I mean? Now I'll take you on a date. Nigga got no tuxedo, no limo. His hand on his head as fly as he was. And he over here, no snacks. He ain't pulling no moves. He had all the moves delivered. He was like nah. It was such a downgrade. It was such a bad. It was bad. I can't even blame it. It was like, oh shit, nah, this shit was bad. So yeah, man, that was a bad,
Keep your
like
cards
a
together when you
real
bringing a
date.
girl out. Make sure you got your shit running.
Yo, bro, you gotta do better than that. But even I was young. I was like fucking. I was young as fuck, bro. I don't remember, dog. I don't remember. But hey, at least I had the balls to ask her out. There, had the balls to ask her out. So hey, you get somewhere. You ain't know what to do after it happened, but you know you tried. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was probably just too broke. Too broke. That was probably the problem. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Um, yeah. Why don't you talk about one of your first dates?
Yeah, I mean, I have a good first date that I remember. And it's a little bit of a story about wingmen. You know, um, I remember there was this girl that I really liked from school, and I didn't know how I was like gonna. I was super shy back then. You know, it was like really hard, especially for me to approach like a pretty girl. So I kind of like just got really lucky and she showed up to where I was. Like I was at like a live event, like people playing live music and shit like that, and she just happened to be there. So I just kind of moseyed my way in and introduced myself, and I was like totally looking like a clown and was totally fucking up everything. But for some reason she dug it, and I had a buddy of mine because she came with a friend. She came with a girlfriend, you know, and I had a buddy of mine wingman for me, and the girl she was with was just woof, you know. I
Mhm.
mean, and when I asked him to wingman, he thought I was telling him to distract the pretty girl. I said, "Nah, it's the other way around, brother," you know.
Yeah.
So I had to butter him up and basically be like, "Look, man, I got you. Like, after that, I'll buy you a bottle or something." You know, like I was like, "Just
Yeah.
come on, help a brother out." So yeah, I mean it wound up working out. The girl, what's so funny is like the ugly girl had a crush on the pretty girl. So she was actually like bisexual or like lesbian or
Wow.
something. Well, I guess bisexual because she wound up fucking around with the wingman. But
Wow.
yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, a wingman's a real good way to get it done. And we wound up fucking like walking home that night, like 100 blocks. It was a real far walk.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, that wingman stuck it out, bro. He came out all the way, the whole way. We broke into like an abandoned building and searched around for a while and just, making out and listening to music and whatever. And I was young. I was really young when that
Wow.
happened. But yo, wingman all the way. Shout outs to that wingman. you know who you are if you heard that story.
I have an idea of the abandoned property that might have taken place on. I have an idea. I have a vague. I feel like I
Oh
know.
yeah, no,
I know.
I ain't name dropping though.
No,
You
I'm
know.
not. I'm not. But nah. But yeah, yo, that's dope. That's dope. All right. I have a good story to. I have a story of a good first date, and it's a real recent first date, and probably gonna end it with that. But before I do, I gotta rewind it back because we forgot the brand building segment. So
I know. I was like,
with
this
that
guy's
being
totally
said,
just cruising over the brand building segment
with
like it
that
didn't even
being
happen.
said, let me pull up my guys first. Oh, look at that. I got 4 rainy days because you look at him. He's on his business. All right. All right. Put some respect on his name. All right. Mr. Rainy Days is here. Okay. So why don't you tell the people what you've been cooking up for them this week? All right. What you got for the people? Let rainy. Yeah, splash. Yeah, splash.
The people aren't even ready for what's coming. All right. I am about to make so much fucking merchandise that I'll never run out. All right. And this hoodie here, it's not really this is a placeholder. We're getting some real deal shit done. All right. I got in some contacts with some real people that like do embroidery and do huge bulk orders. I mean, I'm gonna order fucking 250 hoodies, you know. These
Mm,
people ain't fucking ready for what's coming. All right. I just renewed rainydays.org for 10 years, motherfuckers. All right.
mm,
I'm in this business for life. I wanted to say something earlier too. If you want to start a business, all right, one thing that's going to stop you is a fucking job. All right. I quit my job. Well, I guess I could say I quit my job, but I really just kind of stopped asking for work. I could go back if I wanted to, I guess, but I just stopped asking for work and I focused on my brand and myself, and I got really lucky and got an opportunity to get some money together, and now I'm ready to just fucking drop it into the brand, get a shit ton of merchandise, and fucking get this ball rolling.
hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. You know what I mean? Look at that rainy days imagery. We got it going with the hoodies getting ordered. You know what I mean? My guy's throwing his all into it, throwing his all. You know what I mean? I respect it. I love it. You know what I mean?
God damn, sorry. I just had to tell somebody to shut the fuck up because I'm promoting my brand. Anyway, Rainy Days Images, obviously booming. I got some secondary accounts going on here. I got Rainy Days Images being run by a friend of mine, Blake. Huge shout out to him. This account wouldn't be possible without him. Um, Check him out right there in the bio. You don't got to click on his stuff, but that's his at right there at
Yeah.
BLLAKE on Instagram. He's got multiple other pages for photography. He loves photography. He's got stuff. All his stuff is in his bio for his other pages. But yeah, rainydays.org is renewed for 10 years. I ain't going fucking nowhere. This business is mine for the rest of fucking forever. All right.
Yeah.
And goddamn, it's just it's it. Biggie says it best, man. It was all a dream. It really
Yeah.
was. It was just
Yeah.
something that fell into my lap like 7 years ago and became this that it's not even what it's supposed to be yet. This is like in its infancy. This is like little seeds, you know?
Yep.
And I haven't felt so confident in my vision before. I'm just ready for it now. It's here. It's ready to go. Everything is just it's just it's just laying there waiting for me to fucking use it, you know?
Yep.
So I'm just about ready to use it. Go check me out, rainydays.org, Rainy Days on Instagram, Rainy Day on Twitter, Rainy Days on Tumblr. If you want uh a hoodie or something, shoot me a DM on Instagram or email me rainydays@live.com and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But when the real drop comes, you'll see it all on the website. There's going to be a huge professional store for real orders and everything like that. So, just be ready and it's coming.
Yeah. Stay tuned, y'all. Rainy days on the motherfucking way. All right. Tune on your head top. All right. Stay tuned. All right. Watch out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Also remember to go click on everything on rainy days. It's gonna be in the description as it is every week. You already know.
Thanks, man.
You know what I mean? Maybe go click on that. But yeah. My shit. So my next written Wednesday is like the audio is done and not done at the same time. I have a female voice that I'm gonna have added on to it. You know what I mean? I just haven't been able to get her into the studio yet. So I'm gonna just because it needs some female vocals on it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna work on getting that. Uh, but I think I might play the audio for you anyway. You know what I mean? It's just a dance record. I mean, it's just a dance record. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be jumping around, and it's just nothing serious. I just gave it a little razzle dazzle, man. That's all. I just had fun on this record. I gotta find out where it is. Let me go find it. But yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing here? All right, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, y'all. I'm taking on the second job. This Freestyle Friday, unfortunately, is gonna have to be done on Saturday. You know what I mean? Because tomorrow I'm working like all day. Like I'm literally probably gonna have to go from my first job straight to my second job. You know what I mean? Might have my pants in the fucking back seat and shit. You know what I mean? To change clothes real quick. You know what I mean?
Absolutely bugging.
So I could get to my go to my next job. You know what I mean? Like shit is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, I gotta kind of gotta do that. You know what I'm saying?
I just want the people to see like how far on the opposite sides of the spectrum we are as business owners, as someone that has found their path in saving money through getting two jobs and working their way towards creating their own thing. And then somebody else who's just like totally ditched their jobs and did everything they could to be on their own and
Yeah.
failed a million times and fucking sucked and had $0 for months and months. But I
Hmm.
finally made it out the mud, you
Yeah.
know? So I
Yeah.
just want people to see that, like, it doesn't really matter what path you take. Just fucking
Go
try
at it.
your best and
Just go at
follow
it.
your heart and don't let what other people say stop you from following your dreams.
Yeah, for sure. Because a lot of people will judge what you're trying to do and based off what they can do. You know what I mean? So, or like try to discourage you because they don't think they can do it, so they don't think you can do it. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it. That just means that they don't think they can do it, so therefore they don't think you can do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why there's some people that is like not cool to try to grow around because they're not trying to grow like that, and they're just gonna toss nothing but doubt onto your thing. You know what I mean? But you could learn how to use that. You know what I mean? All I say to those people is that I take your criticism and I use it to make a more informed decision, and it's just gonna help my plan to move forward be more successful because you offer me this criticism, I now have more information than I have if you wouldn't have said anything. You know what I mean? So you've just increased my chances of success by criticizing me. You know what I mean? Because now I have whatever holes I have more to be aware of. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna stop if you're not gonna dissuade me from my mission. You know what I mean? So it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like don't let people like Colin said stop you. Do whatever path you're going on. You know what I'm saying? Because what's more important is the consistency that you go at it. Because in time, if you're attacking it consistently, life will teach you the lessons you need to keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
so it's like you can go to college for a business degree, or you can start a fucking business and run it for 4 years, and we'll see who knows more about business at the end of those 4 years.
Fucking
You know what I
facts.
mean? Like, so there's nothing like I don't know, fucking getting the fuck in it. You know what I'm saying? Like me, only reason I'm doing the two jobs thing is because I really want a house, just for stability, certain things. But and then of course I got to buy a little equipment, and I'm also gonna buy a better computer so I could do more screen sharing and be more capable and shit. I need money to invest in this shit because it's really pissing me off that I don't got the money. I need to get the money from somewhere.
I
You
mean,
know what
I
I mean?
got really lucky and I just had assets that I could use to get the things that I want.
Yeah.
Dude, bro, if I even told anybody like how I got the things that I that I wanted through that,
Hmm.
they wouldn't believe me. And no, it's not illegal and no, it's not drugs. All right? So like it's just something that people wouldn't understand, and they don't understand, you know? But it got me a fucking beautiful computer and a bunch of money, and literally all I had to do was buy something and hold on to it for a long time and then sell it, you know?
Yep, it's called investing for real. You know what I mean?
Literally invested in something that people didn't believe in, which is why it was such a volatile stock, let's say, you know, because it was something that people saw and they were like, that's stupid, you know, and then wow, 5, 6, 7, 8 years later, not so stupid, you know.
Exactly. You know
So
what I
yeah,
mean?
that's another reason. Fucking just follow your dreams, bro. Just follow your heart. If your
Yeah.
heart's telling you to do something, do it.
Yeah, like my whole when I was trying to get this house, my spirit was telling me to invest in crypto at the beginning of my. It was telling me to make two different. What I wanted to do is do two different savings accounts. See which was. I wanted to invest just 5 G's into crypto, make a 5G bet. I wanted to buy one Ethereum and the rest in Bitcoin, and maybe 1,000 of it just spread out across a bunch of fucking little cryptos, and then like, all right, make that 5,000 bet with crypto, and then for the rest of the time, save the money I need for the house and see which one ends up more at the end of the at the end of the year and a half, 2 years. You know what I mean? When I eventually sell it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, um, yeah, written Wednesday. Let me get to playing it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just keep chasing. Listen. 1 second. Yeah. Get real estate, invest, start a job, and never give up hope. Because
Because a
remember, a
job
job
stands for
stands for
just
just
over
over
broke.
broke. You know what I mean? That's a fact. You know what I mean? So you got to do better than that, man. If you think a job is gonna be the answer to it, nah, man. You gotta get out there and get it in the mud. No, anyway, listen to this audio for my next written Wednesday, but it's gonna be better when it's the video. But anyway, here we go. Enjoy. Written Wednesday? You know what? Hang on. It's not loud enough. It's already a shitty audio. It's gotta at least be fucking loud. All right. At least do that. God damn it. I'm gonna play it through another means. Here, go right here. Enjoy. Written Wednesday? Let's get it, baby. We got it. No stopping. Brooklyn. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. I told her, trust and believe. You gotta trust and believe. Come on, we got it. You got it. I got it. No stopping. Yeah, I got it. We got it. Yeah, you got it. No stopping. Trust and believe. You know you gotta trust and believe. We got it. You know me, baby, I got it. Push us first thing in the morning. You know me, I gotta go get it. I swear to God, it's my moment. Trust and believe. You gotta trust and believe. You got it. One step at a time, don't rush it. You give me my chance, I'ma bust it. You know me, I'm all on my grind. This work I got, you can trust it. Trust and believe. You know you gotta trust and believe. We got it, you got it, we got it. You know I got this. No option. Got it in the pocket. Trust and believe. Ain't no way I'm stopping. Trust and believe. You know I got this. We got it. No stopping. Ain't no way I'm stopping. No stopping. We fly. Don't you see? Stopping. We high. Trust and believe. You know just what I need. Trust and believe. We got it. We got it. You know me, baby, I do that. Stop playing me like I'm a new cat. My work, you know I'ma do that. Trust and believe. You know I got it. Trust and believe. I got it. I got it. You got it. Stop down me, baby, I'm golden. I swear to God, it's my moment. I swear to God, I ain't folding. Trust and believe. You know you got it. Trust and believe. We got it. We got it. No stopping. We rise up. We go higher. We got it. We fly it. We hide it. No stopping. Trust and believe. You know you gotta trust and believe. We got it. We got it. sniff a line of cocaine and go dance with bitches in the dark with the lasers.
Drake.
You know, but anyway,
I
man.
see you, Drake.
Anyway,
Yo, let me
listen.
tell you something, all right? My boy here just needs a little bit of auto tune. That shit would have been fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I want to add a little female vocals to it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe a little bit more ad-libs for a little bit more energy, and that's about it. You know, so I do got to develop the audience a little bit, do a little bit more, and then I'm gonna upload. But yeah, that's gonna be the next one Wednesday or whatever. But yeah, the last story, because I'm hoping no one listened to this long, hopefully, so I don't get in trouble now. Yeah, bro. So I finally went on a first date recently. You know what I'm saying? And I had a great time. I had a great time. You know, we went to Red Lobster and barely ate the food. Barely ate the food because the conversation was we were just talking like the whole time. You know what I mean? We sat down, we started talking. You know what I mean? We was enjoying the conversation. We were talking about whatever, and because I don't want to get into specifics, but yeah. Then the waiter came up, the waitress. You know, I was like, oh shit, we gotta look at the menu. So decided on an appetizer. That's how we was getting. We ordered that. Now I mean, then boom, we started talking again. You know what I'm saying? And the food came. We barely took a couple bites. You know what I mean? The point is that the vibe was real good. I was having a good time, but you know what I mean? It was uh, it was real good. Similar mindsets and everything coming together. You know what I'm saying? And it was a real positive experience. You know what I mean? Got a good hug at the end of the night. You know what I mean? By the way, when I met up with her, I held the door before she got in the restaurant. You know what I mean? I held the door for her. You know what I mean? Trying to be chivalrous, shot up on the good.
As you should. Chivalry is dead.
For real, you know what I mean. I told her to come when she was ready, and I'll be out front. You know what I mean. And I said what's up when she came in, and I held the door for her. You know what I'm saying. I made a point to do that on purpose. I had to. You know what I mean. Still that way. Still, still start with the classiness. You know what I'm saying. Start off on a good tone. So, but nah, it went great. The food was good. The conversation was good. The vibes was good. I want to text her right now. You know what I'm saying. But I'm being dedicated to the pod and shit and getting this shit done. You know what I mean? Because it is
Hey,
what it
man,
is.
we
You know what I'm
almost
saying?
done, bro. Shoot her a
We are.
text.
We are almost done.
Yeah,
You know
shoot
what I
her
mean?
a text. You know what I'm
Gotta wrap
saying?
it up. I gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
But
know what? Because you might turn this shit off. You fall asleep. Ain't gonna
nah,
text
nah,
shorty no more. You know
nah.
what I'm
You
saying?
funny. You funny. But nah, yo. Do you have another story of a first date that you wanted to tell? You have another first date
No,
story?
I'm good, man. The first date deal, yo, we already did that, you know.
Yeah. You gave
But
me
I
my
do
dick.
want to tell the people, go do something interesting with a shorty. Keep her tapped in, you know.
I'm going to an
And
arcade for the next one. I think I'm going to Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's was good. I did go to a Dave and Buster's as well. Same kind of deal. You get competitive, gives you reason to talk, gives you reason to butt heads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get all funny, get all fake mad at each other and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that builds character. That's that spirit, that's that fire you're trying to ignite.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, get out
Dave and
there and go
Buster's
do
is
something
next.
interesting with your shorties.
Yes, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? Colin, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you coming through. You know what I mean? Coming through every week. You're the man for that. You know what I'm saying? And I wish you a long, happy life. And just in case this is the episode that you happen to tune into, what would you like to say to your older self?
Oh man, rainy days forever, and it doesn't take $1 million to become a millionaire. You don't need that small loan of $1 million. Just a small loan, of $1 million. No, listen, all right, you can do it with $1,000. Just get your money up, do your thing, and figure out how to multiply. All right, but yeah, man, rainy days forever. I can't wait to see where it goes, and it'll be really cool to listen back on stuff like this and see where that seed was planted,
Feel the hope. You're gonna play this for your boardroom. You're gonna listen to me back in the day when I started this company way back when no one believed in me. All right, listen to this audio right
Literally,
here.
yo,
Listen to the
all right,
fire.
so that's
that fire led to today. All right,
yo, that's one thing I do want to talk about. Pause the music. Nobody believes in me right now, and I want to say that and let people know and understand that as a business owner, when you are coming from nothing, nobody is going to want to believe in you, because society has shamed people like us that try and create our own stuff, and it comes from nothing. Because when you got less than 100 followers, nobody want to fucking pay attention to your shit. All right. And fuck followers, fuck social media. When you are just coming from nothing, people don't want to pay attention to you. And then when they do, it's almost always negative attention. So be tough, push your way through the beginning. That first fucking 1,000 followers, that first 1,000 views, that first $1,000 for your company, all that shit is the hardest part. So push through. And when you make that breakthrough, shoot for the fucking moon. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm right on the barrier of that breakthrough. And when I get through that fucking wall, man, I'm going to run full force to the top of that mountain and I'm screaming rainy days forever, baby. So I believe in me. And that's the most important thing. I'm
That's what
having trouble
matters
with even my
first.
parents believing in me. You know,
Hmm.
I even had like, my partner for a long time didn't really believe in me, and some of my closest friends, I could tell when you don't believe, you know?
Yeah,
So believe in yourself. Take that shit to the fucking moon. Break through
yeah.
that barrier. Run as fast as you can to the top of that mountain. And that's what I want to say to the people. Bring that music back and let's say farewell.
Yes, 100%, 100%. You know what I mean? But that's what it takes. People say they want to be great, but they don't understand. You know what I mean? That there's a lot of fire you gotta fight through. You know what I mean? That constant not getting the feedback you want, that constant discouragement that you feel. You know what I mean? Your ability to bounce back, your ability to recover, that's gonna be the reason why you win in the end. You know what I mean? Because you gotta be resilient, and that's what it takes. You know what I mean? For real. And I know how you feel. I know how you feel. You know what I mean? I've been a part of so many groups. I've been or in the midst of groups. You know what I'm saying? And though I was cool, although I was never, I was never taken seriously for real. You know what I mean? And probably because I didn't take myself seriously enough. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
it
Take
is what it
yourself
is.
seriously.
Take yourself
Get real
seriously.
estate.
Yes,
Invest. Never
yes.
give up hope because a job stands for just over broke. Work on yourself, man.
Got to.
Work on yourself.
Got to. You have to. It's the only way. You know what I mean? Listen, consistency and confidence and vision, that's what builds credibility. You know what I'm saying? And with that, listen, there's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored and chose to be with me. When in doubt, use calm honesty to express your vision. And most of
And
all,
most of all,
thanks for
thanks for
listening.
listening.
That's a
Yeah, yeah,
rapski.
yeah. Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
rapski. We did that. We did that. You know what I'm
Another
saying?
one in the books.
Yeah, man, gave me some good motivation there at the end, man. That was good shit, man. That was good stuff, man. That's what it takes, that fire. Like, listen, I'm going in this war. All right. I don't know who's on my side. I don't know, but I know the tools I got at my disposal, and I know the resolve I got in my heart, and I know that I ain't gonna stop till I fucking win. That's what I know. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
down. I'm down to go to battle. I'm down to go to war. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it
You know
fucking
what?
happen.
It's really
You know what I'm saying?
fucking it's hard. The hardest part is bringing your ideas to people and not seeing that twinkle in their eye, you know?
Yeah.
And they really don't care. And you all you want to do is share this amazing thing that you've created with the world. And when you see people just totally turn away, it's
Yeah.
really hard to accept that. And
Yeah.
getting over that hump, in my opinion, is one of the hardest things about owning a business.
Yeah. I believe that because the first follower you need is yourself. The first believer you need is yourself. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
that your first follower got to be you. You for real. You know what I mean? Like you got to believe in yourself for real. You got to in order to be consistent and keep building and keep giving energy into it. You know what I mean? Because you're building something, and if you build it, they will come. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
believe. You gotta believe it. You gotta keep pushing. You know what I mean? And listen, like I said, I feel like every man is a soldier. You just gotta find a war to get into. And if you planting your flag and saying, "Listen, this is rainy days. This is my territory, and I'm gonna fight for my market share of this fucking shit, and I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm Rainy Days. I'm here to fight for my brand. How could you not respect it? How could you not respect it? You know what I mean? He's saying,
Mm-hmm.
listen, he's planting his flag. Rainy Days. He's making. He said, I'm gonna make it fucking happen. All right. If you can't, if you
Yep.
can't get behind that, if you can't feel that energy, you's a bitch ass nigga. If you
I
come on,
fucking
you
agree.
know what I mean? Like,
I fucking
fuck
agree
do you mean?
100%.
Fuck do you mean? That means that you know because you don't want to feel that energy because you ain't chasing your dreams because you ain't ready because you don't believe you don't think that big things can happen. You don't no you got man. Don't let other people's bullshit get in your head, bro. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because listen, I know that Rainy Days with your connect with I know you could do it if you really get in that war and you roll up your sleeves and you give it all you got. I got no doubts. I got no doubts. I got
Mm-hmm.
no doubts. Now all you got to do is keep recovering from
You know, you
the
want to know a
disappointment.
really good example of like a non-believer, you know? My dad right now, right? He doesn't believe in rainy days. You know, never did. Never believed in me making any money off of it, or he thinks that the whole follower thing is just bullshit. You know, if any like you could show any amount of people are following you, that doesn't mean anything. You know, that's his outlook on it. So I showed him yesterday, you know, my wallet that I got money, you know,
Hmm.
and you know, I said like I'm doing things here, like I'm working on my business and I'm focusing on myself, and I'm gonna become an independent provider for me, you know,
Yeah.
and until he saw dollar bills, didn't believe it, you know, because I've been preaching that choir for years, and it's just sad that it took him seeing money to believe, you know? And
Yeah.
that's the difference between people that are actual followers and supporters and people that
Hmm.
are just gonna, you know, not that my dad would ever, because it doesn't fucking matter to him, but people that are gonna be there with their hand out like, hey,
Yeah.
see you're at the top now, you wanna be friends? You know? And that's get away from me, you know?
Exactly.
You weren't
Exactly.
there to support me when I had nothing. Nothing. You know,
Exactly.
I can't tell you how many friends I've lost over the, you know, past few years, and I know for sure that when they see the first fucking Rainy Days commercial, oh my god, I know that guy, you know, fucking shoot me an email, hey bud, it's so and so from you know, delete, like, you know,
Exactly.
I ain't even gonna reply to people, get out of here. Like,
Yeah. Like
so yeah, man, it's just it's really hard to have to accept that people aren't going to be there to support you in the
Hmm.
beginning. You have to really support yourself.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, they gotta recognize. See, what like I always say, like there is the 1%, but there's qualities that make the 1% the 1%. And what you have to do is you have to recognize the qualities in a person and really ask yourself, do with these qualities, do they have with the right look at the hand that life dealt them. You know what I'm saying? You can see, you know somebody, you know what I'm saying? Do you can see do they have the if they play this hand, you know what I'm saying? Can they how high do you think they could go? They could go pretty far if they play this hand right. If they keep at
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? But like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I say. I don't take it for granted. You showing up every week for the podcast. Like it's still like that shows consistency. You know what I mean? That like people haven't and for something that's not paying you too.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's another thing. But that's what businesses showing up every week for
But
something that's
that's
not
not to
paying
say
you.
that I'm
You
not
know what I mean?
gaining anything
No,
out of
but
it, you know?
you are you gaining knowing how to talk with guests,
Which is
knowing how to
why I muted my
become
mic and
topics. You know what I mean?
screamed at my dad while I'm trying to promote my brand. I was like, "Shut the fuck up. This is my 30 seconds of fame right here and you're
Yeah,
squashing my bug."
and
Like,
this is practice every week with you presenting your
right.
brand. Because of this
Right.
podcast, you had a chance every week to present your brand, to talk it out, so you have many different
Even
verbiages.
though like I'm not sure whether or not anybody has ever followed me from the podcast. It has given me so much practice to preach my brand, you know, and
Exactly.
that alone is priceless, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's just given me experience in the business world to be able to talk about my business to even though it might be one person listening, I can imagine it being 10, 15, 20, 100 people that I'm
Hmm.
talking to, you know?
And because of
So
that,
it
you put the
makes it
pressure on you.
easier in the long run
Hmm.
to be professional with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because you've been talking about your brand in a professional capacity for over a year now.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's what I'm saying. So like 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 I said, man, I recognize the qualities, man. I recognize them, and I just hope that you stay focused and just like I said, you got to keep recovering from the down times because it's gonna be oh this didn't work out, or this, but
Yep.
you just gotta take it as a lesson. It's not
Bro,
the
now
end.
I'm telling
You
you
just
right now, bro,
you just
with
gotta
having
fucking
the money, it's over. Like there's no I've never have a reason to go back to doing anything but rainy days
mhm,
because there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to make merch and sell it and multiply the money. And that's it. Very simple. And
yeah,
multiply the money, multiply my brand, and just continue that cycle, you know?
yeah,
And now I'm not going to become a millionaire off of it, but I'll be able to branch off of that and do
yeah.
other things and make more money.
There's
I'll be
no
able to
telling.
start advertising. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to start doing all kinds of things.
Yeah,
Like, for example, the reason why I created that Rainy Days Images page is because you can specifically get advertisement for reels on Instagram, not posts, not anything, no stories, nothing. Instagram will pay you to post reels on Instagram. And
wow,
what better for my brand to post than rainy day fucking videos, you know? And they're soothing and it's a niche and people like that kind of stuff. So, you know, why
yeah,
not try to get paid for it? You know, you
yeah.
know? And that still falls under my rainy days brand, another thing that I own, you
That
know?
makes
So
perfect
it's just
sense.
like,
The
yeah, it's
vision.
just
That's
all
what matters. Yeah, to find different ways to monetize the brand
everything is
and mapping
business
it
from
out.
this point on
Yep.
because there's no reason for me to go and work for the man because I have plenty of money right now to do whatever I want with my business,
Yeah.
literally. So that's it. There's no reason for me to go
And
back,
I don't
you
know if
know?
you would. I don't know if you would, but once you build up a community around rainy days, like a meme page and stuff like that, you could charge like a fucking who would do it like like one of these therapist companies that will like talk help one of them like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
charge them for
Collaborate with them, have
yeah,
them, I could promote their stuff to the story or just do a full-blown collaboration with them and put it in
yeah,
my descriptions of my
yeah,
posts and say 50% off with the rainy days code, blah blah blah,
exactly, for therapy. You got to be able to one. You got to build a yeah, because you're gonna get a little kickback. You know what I mean from the thing. You know what I mean, and
Right.
also helping people connect with therapists. That's a no brainer. That's like almost a guaranteed partnership in the future,
You
pretty
know what?
much.
Let me just
You know what
write
I mean?
that down real quick.
That's like a guaranteed, pretty much. Like just you got to build up another. That's a guarantee. But anyway, man, it's good business ideas, man. Good business ideas. What matters, the business model, making it happen. But yeah, bro, like I said, I appreciate you coming through, bro. And yeah, it's been a hell of a podcast. Um,
Yeah, bro, of
rainy
course.
days.
Thanks for having me on again, and I'll catch you next time. Hey, most of this stuff, I feel like you could even leave it in.
I don't know, right? It's
It
good
was a
shit.
good, it was a good conversation in the
It
end
was
there.
good.
But all right, man, I'll talk to you later.
Catch you later, man. Peace.
Peace.